Hello, it's Dr. Alan Yim. In this video, we're going to find common chords between two closely related keys. We need to be able to do this in order to modulate using a common chord. So this is how we do it. So I'm going to pick two closely related keys. In the last video, I showed how to do this, how to find two closely related keys. Closely related keys differ by one accidental. So let's suppose I want to modulate between the key of F major and, well, I'll just choose, how about C? That will be easy. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to list all of the possible chords that I could use in these two keys. So starting in the key of F, I'm going to list all of the diatonic triads. Here are the Roman numerals for them, and we'll go up the scale. So the key of F has one flat is F, G minor, A minor, B flat, C, D minor, and E diminished. Now I'll list all of the chords in C major. So again, just to be complete, I will rewrite this down below. Okay, C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, and B diminished. We're not going to use seventh chords right now for this. We're only going to pay attention to the triads. If the triads don't have the common quality, then of course we wouldn't be able to use a seventh chord. Okay, and we're also not going to pay attention right now to other types of chords such as secondary dominants or ones that could be maybe interpreted in a different way. I'm only going to strictly use diatonic chords for this. So in order for it to be a common chord, it has to have the same root and the same quality. So I'm going to circle these now in blue. So we look at C, yes. We look at D, yes, D minor. We look at E, well, no, one's E minor, the other's diminished. F, yes. G, no. In C it's G major, in F it's G minor. A minor, yes. Okay, and then of course B, no. So all said, the chords that we can use for modulating, and we'll see how this works in the next video, common chords C, D minor, F, and A minor. I'll do one more example, and this time I'll use a minor key and a major key. Alright, so let's just guess at this. How about, let's say F minor, and now I'm going to choose a major key. So I won't use the relative major, but I'll use a different one. So how about, let's say the relative major for F is A flat. How about if we go to E flat? Okay, now this is going to be a little bit different for minor, because remember, in minor the chords that we normally use are kind of a mix. We use harmonic minor when we're talking about the 5 chord and the 7 chord, but we use the natural minor for things like 3. So here are the triads that we're going to normally use. The normal diatonic triads in minor are 1, 2 diminished, 3, 4, 5 major where we raise the leading tone, 6 major, and 7 diminished where we raise the leading tone. So if we write this out, in the key of F minor we have 4 flats, F, G diminished, A flat, B flat minor, C, D flat, and E diminished. Okay, I hope I did this correctly. Something looks a little amiss. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, so Normally we would have an E flat, but we had to raise it up to E natural because we're using, here we're raising up 7, and here we're raising up 7, using the harmonic minor to create these chords, which are from the harmonic minor scale. Now let's go to the major. Okay, just like before, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the diatonic triads in major. Thinking in the key now of E flat, 3 flats, E, F minor, G minor, A flat, D flat, E. Whoops, what am I doing here? Okay, that was interesting. Okay, A flat, B flat, my hand must have slipped or something, C minor, and D diminished. Okay, so it's always a good idea to look this over and make sure you have the right accidentals and you spelled the scale correctly and you applied the correct qualities to these chords. So that's 3 steps. Let me repeat those steps again. 1, and I'll just highlight it so you can see where my brain is going. In the key of E flat, I'm making sure that I put in the right accidentals in that scale. Okay, I think the key signature for E flat. Number 2, I am thinking of the qualities of these chords. So we make sure that the qualities match. So the minor matches the minor, the diminished matches the diminished. And 3, of course, this is the easiest one. You just have to make sure you use the letters in order. I don't know why I had this little issue when I was going up here. I went A, B, C, D, or sorry, E, F, G, and then I jumped to D or something like that the first time I did this. So just have to make sure go E, F, G, A, B, C, D, that you have the correct letter names. So if you do that all correctly, you'll have the right chords. If you do it incorrectly, you might end up using a chord that is actually not a common chord. So again, double check to make sure that your chord symbols are correct. I noticed one thing I did over here on the bottom. When we write our chord symbols, we should keep the roots uppercase. Now, because I started out in F minor, I kind of changed, I wrote this as if it was a key. I'm going to write it as a chord. So F uppercase minor. Let's keep that consistent. We write lowercase if it's the key, but for chord symbols, we're only going to use uppercase letters. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and circle the ones that we can use as common chords. So F, yes. How about E flat? No. G, no. A flat, yes. B flat, no. C, no. And D flat, no. So in this case, we only have 2 chords that are common to both of these keys, F minor and A flat. Okay, if you choose 2 closely related keys, there's going to be at least, I think, 2 common chords. Sometimes you'll see 4 or more. Alright, so this is what the picture looks like. Now, I will say that possibly the ones that are less successful as common chords are 5 and 7, because once you get to that chord, you have to kind of resolve it, and you only have a couple of options, and it makes the next part either very short or you're forced to go to a deceptive cadence. So maybe those are slightly less successful. The better options are like 2, 3, 4 chords that appear, maybe even 1. Chords that appear in the middle of a chord progression tend to work better as common chords. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope this is clear to you, and I'll see you at the next one. Thanks for watching.